can you tell us a little about what we can expect from this game? There's a bit of a misconception that it's sort of just like a 3D reboot. But it's more than that. It's sort of like a culmination of those first two games.
It's the best of our first two games, all in with the new hardware. We kind of had to redo everything with the engine and with the graphics, and so I guess the misconception is somehow we just up-resed it, and it really was a much bigger project than that, and also because we wanted it to be that much better. Don't want it to just be something that looks a little cleaner.
Right.
But I think the thing that people are asking about most is beyond which levels are going to be in it, is music, and so we put half of the original soundtrack in, and half new stuff. And I've actually heard people say like, "Oh, it's got to have all the new." In the interest of evolving the series, we got to put some new stuff in there.
Of course.
And I want this to live on. And this is it's only going to be downloadable, so it's only going to be on Xbox Live and was it PlayStation Store?
Yeah, PSN. Yeah.
And so PS Network. And so I want to be able to do stuff later on, new levels, levels that haven't been in any game.
Right.
Downloadable content, stuff like that.
So so obviously the warehouse level, that's got to be
warehouse
in there.
is in.
Yeah.
I mean, without that, God, it's just.
I spent so much time playing that game because I remember it was right around the time I stopped skating.
That's warehouse. That's the first level on the first game. That game was only on PS1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 2 consoles from there now.
For sure.
Like 2 leaps in technology.
Absolutely. 2
And
generations.
so when you put them up, it's just funny how we thought. And it was true, but for the PS1 and for our game especially, people were like, the graphics are amazing.
Yeah.
And when you put those side by side, which we just did at the Game Developers Conference, here's the first game.
Right.
Here's the new one. It's just ridiculous.
It's like bittersweet. It's like,
it's like you're watching a Super 8 projector on a wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there going to be a multiplayer element? Because that's something that didn't exist when the first game came out. So is there an online part of that?
Yes.
That's
and five game modes for online.
See, I feel like you can't appreciate how important this series is, especially for this guy. Because I'm like the resident gamer, and this guy's the resident everything else but.
Video games.
Just literally a venom for games.
Still, so many years of my life.
But so my game is common ground.
It transcends. It transcends that casual gamer sort of barrier.
So many good days and bad days were punctuated by how many secret tapes I got unlocked on Tony Hawk 2.
It dictated the rest of your week.
Yeah, that poses a challenge. Secret tapes.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. When's the last time you saw videotape?
Oh my God!
What is it, like a thumb drive or something?
Kids are gonna be confused.
Let's just say
about
we
what that
updated
is.
it.
So okay, you don't want to tell us?
Secret
or did
Blu-rays
I
unlocked.
He's like, no, I'm not gonna give you guys anything exclusive. Screw you guys.